minute, but you know, I'm always here. So the first thing that I want to do, I want to show you the examples of the line assignment, and let me start with these. I mean, some of you guys did really, 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 really great. When I open them, they're not in order for some reason, so I'll be jumping around. But Nia, look at these. I mean, these are just fantastic. I'm so impressed. I mean, this is awesome. Look at this. This one, this one, this one. The angles are just beautiful. This one, this one. I mean, these. You probably had a really hard time choosing which ones to use because they're really great. But I have I think my favorite is this one. It just has so much depth and so much movement, and it's beautiful. So good job on that. And I think I want to say, here's what she chose. Which I was a little sad that you did not use my favorite. How would you know, right? But one of the things that I wanted to bring up is like, look at this one. Here's the one in the corner, right, in the bottom left. Look how it communicates here. This is a really good example of what happens when you take it from a thumbnail to a rough. So remember, a thumbnail is a sketch, a rough is a little bit of a tighter sketch. It's a tighter sketch, and then a comp is pretty much a final sketch. But so take a look at this. These are absolutely stunning. Great job. Let's give her a golf clap for sure. Okay, let's move on to Elizabeth. Another great work. I love how she did. And let me see if I have her thumbnails here. Elizabeth. Here's Elizabeth. Look at this. Another gorgeous. I mean, this one just looks like the one in the top left. Just looks like hair. Look at this. Look at this weave situation that you have going on. This waves. Love that. Like how the lines. It gives me the impression that the lines are expanding and contracting. And the chain, I mean, it's like it's such a nice detail too. This is also nice, and look, I love what you did this. But this right here is gorgeous. They're all so pretty, and they're really well done. So. And then let's see. So we have, okay, so this one, top right, remember this one. And then remember this one. Okay, and then remember the leaves. Okay, so just keep your eye on those. Okay, so here's what she took. What a gorgeous transition. It's like sometimes when you think that you don't have any options. So I'm showing you guys the bottom one. Let's go back and look at the original thumbnail. Look where it came from. This right here became this. Okay, let's go back and look at the leaves. This right here became this. And then look at these that remind me of icicles or so. They're right here. And they became this. How fantastic. Great job. I mean, you should really be very proud of Elizabeth. Golf clap for Elizabeth. Okay, let's see. What's the other one that I really like? Let's see. Let's do Martha. Martha's next. So here are her thumbnails. Again, very clean, very straight to the point. I thought the bottom right was really interesting. It kind of reminded me of a windmill, of a flower. Very, very cool. I love the one right next to it, but you know what I think I would have liked to have seen on this one, Martha? Maybe this same pattern on the top part of that thumbnail, just tight lines, just mimicking this pattern. to see what that, and then leave this big chunk of white space. I think I would have liked to have seen that. But they're all just so great to look at. I mean, I'm so impressed with your work as well. And then here, okay, so then we have what I'm gonna call the windmill. Then we have this one. And then we have this one. Okay, so let's see what they turn out to be. I think it would have helped you if you had the thin marker and then just have a couple of widths. But these are great. I mean, this is all an inspiration. So let's give her a golf clap also. And then let's see here, Evelyn. Let's look at yours. Look at this. This is just stunning, by the way. It's like that cube that comes. It reminds me, when you play with the sling toys and you're up and down, and then you, just when you open it up and it's like right before you snap it together, so it becomes one. I love the way that looks. This reminds me of a fence. Look at the plane on this one. Wow. It looks like you're just looking at a stair or a building at an angle. This one I'm not sure. I like it, but then there's something about it I'm not sure about it. But I love this. I love this. I love this. I love that. I mean, they're all so good. I mean, again, you guys really knock it out of the park. Okay, so this one is one of the ones that made it. This one, like the labyrinth, made it. And that's Starburst. So keep those in mind. And here we are. See, I love the way this one turned out here. And this is such a good example, again, of the transition. It starts here, and then how it ends here. So, I mean, look at the amount of work that went in there. Obviously, you're putting a lot more work. The starburst, here's the starburst, and then we end up over here. Beautiful. You guys have done such awesome examples of line, and I wanted to congratulate all of you. Awesome, awesome. Awesome job. Let me give you a golf clap. Okay, now I wanted to show you, and this came up separately here because I wanted to show you Roberto's. So he did some really interesting work, and he did actually another board of this with organic shape. I don't want to show you that because I think that can get confusing, because we're doing some organic shapes also as one of these series. So I don't want to show you that yet. In fact, I did tell him to save him. First of all, look at the quality of work in this. Like, he used a ruler in some of these. Just absolutely stunning, right? So he did a series of like organic and a series of man-made on this. And then look at this. I mean, and I'm telling you, I mean, look how gorgeous this is. I believe this is number 8. And this is how number 8 came out. And then look at the last one. Absolutely stunning. So again, I want him to say, and it does make a difference, by the way. The quality of paper that you use, the sharpening versus the pencil. These are the examples that I've given you, that you just have more flexibility when you're using a parchment paper, a marker paper, and a Sharpie versus a regular 8.5 by 11 white piece of paper and a pencil. So just kind of keep that in mind. And I hope that these have inspire you, and because they're really great examples. Okay, now let me jump at the assignment. So playing with type. So let's click on that for a second. And okay, so that's due on Tuesday, March 9th. Okay, give me 1 second, I believe. Okay, let's see. Here. Okay. So you asked for some examples. I'm sure by now you guys have all seen the video on how to put something together. So that's, and I use the word creative. That was one example of how to do this. The other one, I found really two good examples from last semester from students. And here it is. Here's one. And he used obviously the word visions. And obviously you can read it, but when you look at it vertically, I mean the lines and the patterns. I love the height of the font. The height, the placement of it, the O and the N, they're very much the same shape, obviously without the bottom on the N. So very, very cool. And then here's the other one. This is my favorite. This is my favorite. I love how she did this. It's been my favorite all along. I love the way it's aligned in the paper. I love the way it bleeds. By the way, this is an example of a bleed. When you see an image that comes all the way to the edge and it runs off, that's a bleed. This is the kind of work that I like to see. It's just so creative. I mean, look at it. It's just absolutely stunning. And this could actually be a real pattern. So now you should have plenty. You should have plenty of. You should have the inspiration that I showed you when I shared the video and on Tuesday. And now that you have these two examples, this should show you. And again, I want you guys to keep it in black and white. If you want to do a color, do one color. Keep it simple. Let the typography speak for itself. And remember, the key factor is on the word, on the type. Like I said, bold, sans serif works best. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll be happy to help. But I'm really excited what you guys are going to put together, though. I cannot wait to see. And I know some of you are nervous about using Illustrator. Take a deep breath. You guys all will be okay. I show you how to do the basic tools on how to accomplish some of this. Just use that for now, and you will be completely fine. But don't wait until the last minute to put this together. So anyway, I hope that you guys have a great evening, and I will talk to you later. Again, if you have questions, please reach out to me. Okay, bye.